Hi and welcome. I'm Tony here at Indie Game Showcase. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I'm making a short guide today on how to install and play the awesome Megabonk MEGALADDER mod. Firstly, if you haven't heard of it before, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, but if you're here just for the install guide, please see the timestamps down below. So what does this mod do? Well, in short, it adds a versus mode to the game where you face off against other players with the goal being to see who can rack up the most kills in a 45-minute game, if you both live that long. But it's also much more than that. It adds an ELO-based ranking and matchmaking system. It adds new leaderboards, statistics, and balance adjustments throughout to help gear it towards ensuring matches are kept fair. It brings in a ban system where you'll be able to ban a weapon, tome, and item from each tier list for your opponent, and they'll do the same to you. Couple that with a randomly generated set of bans you both must adhere to, it can force you to really think outside the box with your build. Once you've been matched with someone, you'll each play on your own map generation, and if you have a multi-monitor setup, you can leave the match screen up and keep half an eye on it as it updates in real time with weapons, items, kill counts, and more that both players are picking up, allowing you to monitor who's ahead and what build they're using. So now that we know what the mod's about, how do you download and install the MEGALADDER mod? I'm going to break this down into some easy to follow steps just in case you've never modded your games in this way before. Firstly, we need to head on over here to ladder.megabonk.su. I'll leave a link in the description for that below. It is a Russian site, but you can pick either Russian or English up here in the top right. Then sign in using your Steam account. Now you've signed in, you'll be greeted with your profile page. Yours will look blank but less depressing than mine. If you go up to the top here and click on the orange button that says how to play, we'll be greeted with 4 steps to complete to get this one working. The first step I hope is already done. I'm not going to talk you through that one. That's just installing the game on Steam. Step 2, we can go ahead and click this button just to the right here, which will download the first part we need. And we can also go ahead and click the button just to the right of step 3 here. And that will download the second part that we need. The final step we don't need to worry about just yet. We'll come to that one at the end. Now you need to find the Megabonk game folder on your PC. If you're not sure where to find it, the quickest way to do this is to open up Steam, head to your library, right-click on Megabonk, go to Properties, Installed Files on the left, then Browse up here on the right, and that will pop up with your game folder for you. I'm just going to move all this out of the way. Now that we've got that, we want to click up the top here, make sure all the text is highlighted, right-click it, hit Copy, and we're ready to install. So we bring up the files that we downloaded earlier, the 2 zip files. We want to right click on the first one, the long one here. Go to Extract All, and then just paste in the directory that we just copied over. We then hit Extract. Click Yes to replace the files in the destination if it pops up with this box. It might just be because I've had the mod installed previously. But once that's done, we'll have a new folder down here. We open that up and we'll see there's 4 folders within. What we want to do now is just load up the game. Before we go any further, it's going to pop up with this box here, which is just going to have a wall of text in it. It's going to take some time to complete on the first load up, but it's much faster afterwards. For now, I'll bring you back once it's done. Okay, and we're in. Now that's done, we've got the framework fully installed. We can exit back out of the game. And we can see we've got a bunch of new stuff in that folder. If we go back up to the top of this folder now and highlight all the text again and just copy that once more, we can go back over to MEGALADDER and we can get the mod itself installed. So right click this, extract all, and paste that into here, hit extract. And it won't look like much has changed, but it has populated a couple of fields with DLL files, so the mod should now be installed, no problems at all. So we go ahead and load the game again. This time it will be much faster. And we're in. We will now be greeted with a page asking us for the authorization token. So if you remember, we had a 4th step that we still needed to complete. If we go back to this page here, click on token to the right of step 4, come back out, paste and connect, and that's you now in the game, all fully modded up and ready to play. So it won't look too much different here. At the top, you should see your name and your ELO in brackets. I believe you start on 1,000, so you can see how awful I truly am. And then it should show if you're connected up in the top right as well. Within the game itself, without being matched up against anybody, you can play it as normal, no problems at all. It's all the same as ever. So what I'm going to do is exit back out of there. And that's it, we're all done. So now that we've got the Mega Ladder mod installed, let's talk about how to find and what to expect from your first game. For this, we want to head back over to the Mega Ladder website, and you'll notice a button labelled search in the bottom right. You can find this on almost any page on here. If you just click that, now you can bring up the different matches that we can have. So we can play a ranked match, an unranked match, can play with some bots, just if you want to practice against the AI, and you can invite a friend along for the bonk. So choose which one you want, hit search, and in the bottom right you'll see we're now searching for a game. This doesn't usually take very long, but I'll bring you back once we got one. Okay, so it's found me a game. I'm going to accept that. And that will bring you onto the match screen. It has selected desert for me here. I believe it's a 25% chance for desert, 75% chance for forest. What you can see at the top here is we've got a timer. We need to select our bands within. We can see the bands that have been randomly generated from a list of items for both players. These are banned for both of us. And down here we can pick a character. I'm just going to run through quick. I'm going to ban Fox. I'm going to ban the Executioner. I'm going to ban the Luck Tome. I'm going to ban Moldy Cheese, Credit Card, Green Card, and the Anvil. And these are what will be banned for my opponent. He has picked a list for me. When I click ready, I can see everything that I have banned here, so I can't use any of these items or any of these items. So now that that's done, you can move this over to a second monitor if you're able to. I'll do that and pop it up here for you to see. And everything now is in-game. So if I come in here, I can see on the unlock screen everything that's available to me and everything that's unavailable to me. So I can see here XP Tome's grayed out, Chaos Tome is grayed out, they're both banned, as is the Crit Tome. Weapons, Scythe is banned, but then you can just choose your loadout from here, come back out, hit play, choose your character from any that are not banned, pick the desert in this case, confirm, and then we're into a run. Simple as that. And as you can see over on the other monitor, it's monitoring everything in real time. So you can see all the bans for both opponents and both of us. You can see which level their items are at and weapons are at, and you can see all the items that are picked up along the way. And they can see that both. You can also see the kill count there at the top. We monitor that. You can see if you're winning or losing, and that's essentially the game. Compete to get the most kills and grow, or in my case, shrink your elo. I really hope you found this guide useful. If you're still having issues, drop a comment down below. I'm a new channel and this is the first video I put out, so if you found it useful, please leave a like, comment, and even sub to see what else I've got coming. You can also find me streaming Megabonk and more over on Twitch, channel same name, come and say hi. And if you get bad enough on the ladder, maybe we'll cross paths in game. Good luck and thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and until next time, goodbye.